Hello and welcome to Ignite with Mwangala. I'm your host, Mwangala Chakalashi Santos. I am so excited that you are joining us now in this season where we're celebrating extraordinary women. Well, not just women, but extraordinary people. Now, as they say, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. When you are faced with a challenge, turn it around for good, because that's what the Bible says. Joining me on the show today is Faith Malongo Hachilala, who went through a very tough time. Today she's here to share her story. Faith, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Mwangala. Thank you so much.
I'm so excited to sit with an extraordinary woman.
Oh, wow. I'm so excited to sit as well with a very prominent lady. I've been following you on a distance though.
Okay.
But I must say, I'm impressed with what you are doing. At least you are bringing women to the spotlight, and it's a good thing, yeah.
Besides, it's our month. It's our month to celebrate each other. This is March. This is the time when we celebrate each other.
Exactly.
Now, Faith, reading from your story on Facebook, I know that there was a time that you almost committed suicide.
Yeah.
And that is a time that you found yourself.
Yes.
Can you take us through that story? How did it all happen?
Yeah, sure. I've had a painful past, I would say. Born 1989, I'm 31 now. Grew up with in between dad and mom. My parents divorced when I was just 5, so that's why I'm saying I grew up in between.
In between, yeah.
Yeah. So there's a father side and a mother side, and I learned from both sides in different ways. Yeah. So I completed school in 2008, and you know, when you complete, that's high school. When you finally complete high school, and I was in a boarding school, you no longer have those much change from parents, much checking, and what. And can I just quickly say, even my days at high school, they were the hottest, not in a good way, the toughest. So I have a life. I've had a life of growing up as an enduring girl. Yeah. Okay. I've been, if I say I've known almost every pain. I know what it means to lose a loved one, because I've lost one before. I know what it means to lose something you treasure, because I've lost something like that before. I've been devoured before, I've been raped before, I've been there. So after school, there's that excitement. You want to be like this, you want to be like this, but things don't happen because you don't have the support from either the society or people that are responsible for you. So after school, I started working as a maid. I couldn't find a job anyway. I started working as a maid for me to get the results from school, because I was owing the school. Fast forward, I didn't do well in grade 12, because since childhood, I've had, like I've said, I've grown with a painful past. So I didn't do well. I had to sit for other subjects. So I was working towards that. After that, I started applying for jobs again. It wasn't coming through. And then I volunteered to work for a radio station in Mazabuka. By then I was staying in Mazabuka. I worked there for close to 4 years. That helped me to get exposed. I had a good following because of the kind of programs I could bring on radio and sort of. But you know, voluntary works, they don't really give much. Okay, and then I said, I have to go to school. So I decided to start pushing for college. I could apply here and there, get accepted. Your parent tells you they don't have money, they can't afford. And then I said, okay, let me try something that I can afford. So I applied for distance learning in 3 institutions. That was Evelyn Horn, David Livingstone, Mufulira College of Education, and also University of Zambia. My aim was to study physical education and music, so I was targeting institutions that had that combination. Why? I love being practical. A subject that are more of theories, they bore me. So
wow, I can see that. I mean, the energy here tells me that you're a very practical young lady.
They really bore me, so I wanted to really do something that involves me, you know.
Being there fully.
Yeah, exactly. So I was accepted at Mufulira College of Education, and then life began there. That was in to commence in 2013, yeah. So after applying, and then the work I was doing wasn't paying much. Mom doesn't work. My mother's an artist. My father is a farmer in Casco, there in Mazabuka. I wouldn't want to go into details.
For them, yeah.
Yeah, for them. I want to focus on myself. So it was hard because it was mainly Mom on the part of me going to school, and she could barely afford. Yeah, so I started doing things like small businesses for me to meet the ends and go to school. But you know, things have been tough in our country, especially either business-wise or other means. It wasn't really
adding up.
Yeah. So I tried to run around and see myself into school. I remember at some point I went on my Facebook page and asked for people to contribute even my one kwacha each.
That was brave of you. Why did you want to do that money?
to contribute one kwacha each for me to go to school. And people who know me, because Facebook compromises of people, is either, if you're following me on Facebook, it's either you are my former high school mate, church mate, schoolmate, or you are just my fan
from your radio days.
Yeah. So it's a
combination of
it's a combination of people who know me, I would say that. So mostly, those who know me in those parts, they know me as a funny person. So even when I bring up the matter which is serious, they
thought
take
you were
me
joking.
to be a
Did
comedian.
people contribute? The one kwacha?
They did.
How much did you raise from there?
I think I raised about 4,000 kwacha and I was able to go to school.
Oh, wow.
So those who know me to say, she can't just come out like this.
There must be a problem.
They followed up and called. Faith is then problem. And they were able to contribute. I went to school.
Wow.
So you see. And then second year into my tertiary education, things started falling apart, I would say. I wasn't working anymore. And like I've said, Mom is an artist. All she does is painting, molds, sign writing, whatever stuff with art. And you know, art much is appreciated by white people, I would say. Yeah. So, and we don't have many of them in Zambia.
Africa, yeah.
So when it comes to that, Mom have had a challenge. So even when she diverted into painting houses fully, she was still looked down upon, her being a woman. People would say, and looking at her age, so it disadvantaged her. And so that's how I had to let go of other stuff and just concentrated on helping Mom. Like if they see young ones, energetic, me and my brothers would go and paint. And then there I was, third year in my school.
Everything just fell apart.
Yeah. So I relocated from Mazabuka to Siavonga. There, I had a tough time, you know, in a new place. You don't know nobody. You are just there because someone told you they will give you a job. At the end of the day, that job is not even paying you. You can't even afford rent. I could barely feed. And things started falling apart because by that time, even Mom wasn't feeling too well that she could do her daily things to help me out. Yeah. That time, my brother was also at school, college, where he had to drop out because we had no funds. So being the elder sister, it drained me. It was draining me. And then I was in a wrong, abusive relationship, and things just got tough for me. So I attempted suicide. I felt it was over for me. You know, I couldn't bear to imagine to say I drop out from college and then people start, you know, people these days, they're good at shooting at someone based on what they think it has happened, not wanting to follow up to say, but why? You know? Yeah. So
we are not brothers keepers anymore.
So I felt, so I remember I was home that day, and then a friend of mine, Joe Pandwe, called me. He knows. He's my former boss at the radio station. I first worked at Radio Mazabuka. He called me, and from the tone of my voice, you could tell to say I'm not okay. So he insisted to say, Faith, what is going on? I couldn't talk, you know. It was emotional, and I was depressed, and it was intense, you know. There are times where I could, Siavonga is near the lake. There are times where I could walk in the water. I don't feel myself. You just hear people screaming and getting you from the water. I went through all that pain. And then there are times where I could sleep and just not able to wake up. I'm just there restlessly. And then it got to an extent where I had to admit to say I'm depressed. I wrote that on Facebook to say I'm going through a tough time. You know, Facebook, I've made Facebook like my second family because I've got people who are following me from different background and others are quick to understand. So at the mention of that, someone was able to send help, and that's how I was brought back to my mother's house. And there, I wanted to start all over. You know, my mother counseled me, and she told me to say, you've been there with me for a long time from the time I divorced. Divorce is not an easy thing.
Yeah.
You've seen how I handled it. Your situation is different, but I want you to learn from me.
Yeah.
You're going to be okay. So I stayed with my mother. You know, after staying alone for
some time,
then you are back to square one, watching my mother running around to just put a meal on the table.
That still disturbed you?
It did. So a month after being in my mother's house, someone called Mom that she wanted to paint her house here in Lusaka, Woodlands. And Mom was like, let's go and paint. Because she just wanted me to have a different environment, and she was scared to leave me alone, especially that I was
suicidal at the time.
Yeah, exactly. So we came to Lusaka with Mom and started painting that house. So when we came to Lusaka, Mom asked me to say, okay, what would you want to do? Like your mother asked you, because now there's this little money that you're making, so she would want to know if you want to do something for yourself or just follow these girls who sell clothes, shoes, and the like to earn a living. I told her to say, yeah, Mom, there's my friend in Mazapuka, Constance. She does, she has a shop. She's a hairdresser, and she also does the clothing, the shoes, and she goes to SA. So I told Mom to say, let me find a capital and also get a passport, and I'll be following Constance because I've got a good following on Facebook. I think I can make good sales as well.
True, yeah.
And Constance was for the idea. She really encouraged me. That's one friend I would always appreciate.
Yeah, she was there for you through and through.
Yeah, she did. Because even when I had that attempt, she came in for me all the way, you know. So I contacted her, and then she took me. It's rare that these days people share what they do with their friends without thinking to say, she'll get my business, she'll get what. That's the norm these days. But she was selfless and able to share with me, and even willing to top up if I had nothing enough for the business. So I came to Lusaka with an intention of, I had to, you know, there's always plan A and plan B.
Yeah.
Plan A, until I find enough money. Lusaka, there are a lot of malls opening all over, so I can find a job in one of the malls. At least they'll be paying me something sensible, and Lusaka, you can make it. Depends on where you choose to stay. You get it? So Lusaka has the
opportunities.
Yeah. It has all the compounds with any situation that you have.
True.
You are in my situation, like the way I came here. You can stay in Kanyama, I can stay in this Mandela. So I came in Lusaka with Mom with those plan A, B plans. So when we got here, after painting, I told Mom to say, I'm not going back to Mazapuka. They say, where are you going to
stay?
To stay. I said, here. Where? In this house. Because
that was a brave decision.
Yeah,
because you needed to start from
exactly.
somewhere.
That time we were staying in the house for the client, a tenant. So I told her, and she's a good lady. I told her, say, Mom, can you allow me to stay here for 2 weeks?
Yeah.
You know, when you want something, speak it. You are what you say about yourself. I believe in that.
That's powerful.
So I told her, I want to stay here for 2 weeks, and then by the end of 2 weeks, I think I would have figured it out. So she said, no problem, you can stay here for as long as you want. Mom was hesitant about leaving me, knowing my past, my recent
suicidal
attempt. So we even reached an argument to say, oh, Mama, I'm a grown up. Okay, I attempted to commit suicide. I'm so happy that now I'm willing to learn, to even start all over. And then she said, but how are you going to survive here? And Mom, I've survived too much already. So Mom went back home, a sad woman, and it was not easy for me. But so I remained behind to prove her wrong. you know. So remaining behind, I was bored one day in that same house. I just started capturing the house. And then I was like, weekend was, you know, when you're bored, Facebook.
Yeah.
On Facebook, I was like, weekend was exciting, painted this house with mom.
Wow. So that's how your career was launched.
So someone commented and said, Faith, you can paint? I'm like, yes. I was like, are you for it? Yes. And then the following day she called me and said, come and see my house. I went to Mainwood. So the house, it was a 3-bedroom, beautiful big house I've never seen. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I know how to paint in my heart now.
Yeah.
I know how to paint, but I've never. Especially not with mom. So I called mom and told her, say, mom, this is what is happening. And then I called her on WhatsApp video call to say, help me quote. Because by then, I would just escort mom, you know what it is. I didn't know how to
let her
write
do
quotation.
everything.
Yeah. And then me, I'm just being a daughter helping her mother, you know. So I needed her guidance on the quotation and the like. So that's how she helped me do the quotation for that. There were a lot of mistakes, trust me, over the quotations. But
you still quoted anyway.
Yeah, I still did anyway. But the most blissful thing about this journey is that I've been meeting awesome people. That woman was very understanding.
Despite your mistakes.
So I overquoted, like.
It was too much.
Too much. It was too much. I don't know, God knows by how many. So she just said, oh, we are building elsewhere, Faith. Don't worry about the remaining paint. Just paint.
We'll still use it somewhere else.
Exactly. So I painted that house. It was my first time to be paid 6,000 kwacha.
Wow.
Cash.
I want you to hold that beautiful thought, because after this break, you tell us how you spent that money.
Oh, yeah.
Because your career then was launched.
Oh, yeah.
So now where are you? From the 6,000 kwacha, how much money are you now making?
Oh, yeah.
From something that was started as a joke to a painter, a professional painter that you are.
Exactly.
So we take a short break. When we come back, Faith, who is one of the first extraordinary women that we are featuring in this exclusive season, don't go away.
To advertise on this program and enjoy amazing introductory rates, please call us on +260 211 290959 or +260 211 290912 or +260 953 538 000 or send us an email at loyolazam@gmail.com.
Hello and welcome back. I am talking to an extraordinary woman, Faith Hachilala, who turned into a painter, from a graduate to a professional painter. Now, before we went on break, the 6,000 was paid to you. What did you do with that money?
So I was paid that 6,000, not in Airtel money, not in a bank account, but
It was cash.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pin.
You counted it.
That was my first time holding 6 pin for me, not for.
From your effort.
Yeah, from my effort. And it was so exciting.
What was the first thing you decided to do with that money?
My young brother. You know, I've got my immediate young brother. Growing up, he was 3, I was 5 when my parents divorced. So growing up, we've had that experience. We've been through together. We've been through a lot together. So he is one person again who is my backbone support. He is, I don't know how I can describe Milimo's support, but he's been
there for you.
There for me.
Yeah, he is an inspiration for you.
Yeah, he's got my back. So the first thing I did was to call him and say, hello.
What did you use?
And then he's like, that's a money tone that I know, right?
So what's a money tone?
Like when I'm excited, he knows to say.
What is that tone? Can you say it?
Don't take me there.
I want to take you there. I want you to relieve that feeling.
The thing is, when he knows me in and out. He knows when I'm excited. He knows when I have money. He knows, even when I don't declare it. He knows. He knows when I'm happy. He knows when I'm sad. He can tell from the tones of my voice, different things about me. So when I just say, hello.
That's a monotone.
That's the monotone. So Ati, how much are you giving me? Then I told him, my friend, your balance is cleared.
At school?
Yes. Wow. And then he, the excitement, just when you think all is over, you have no way out.
Yeah.
So, moving forward, I've, in my journey, I've had challenges. Being a lady in
this field. In fact, that was going to be my question. What are some of these challenges?
I've had challenges. Like sometimes people would do. Let me say before now, then when I was starting, because I'm 1 year into this. I started last year March.
Okay.
This is March, so I'll be clocking 1 year on the 15th March. And hey, trust me, you should come.
Of course, and that's my mother's birthday.
I'm going to drink to that. So I've had challenges where people think they're doing me a favor. Like I don't know what I'm doing, so they just want to do me a favor. But when God marks you for greatness, trust me, He aligns people that will take you there. I've had a principal. One of my clients told me, actually my first client, she told me to say, when you are starting, set your standard from the onset. It's either you can afford or you can't.
True.
Don't be cheap. Don't be expensive.
But be there.
Be there.
And quote unapologetically.
Yeah. Those who can afford, let them afford. Those who can't, they can't. Because that is your standard. It's like if you go to Mandahi.
Yeah.
Mostly you can buy what you want at Mandahi from Soweto. You can buy what you want from Mandahi, from even in the shop nearest you, but you still go to Mandahi. That's your what?
That's your standard. Yeah.
You get it. So she told me that, and I got it. So if someone tells me to say, I just wanted to do you a favor, you being a lady, no, I don't want favors.
Yeah.
This is my thing. I mean, I know what I'm doing. I'm not doing like someone is asking for help. For money, and then you tell them to say, okay, and then you tell that person, say, let me wash so that you pay. No, that's not the case. This is my business. I want to do it the way I know it, and your pay will be worth my work.
Fantastic.
You get it?
I love
so that. I've had challenges, especially with men, in the past. But right now, like I've said, have you seen how I've seated?
I've seen.
I'm fitting in.
Yes. I like that. Yeah.
I'm fitting in,
You're becoming an authority in the industry.
Exactly. And one thing I would love to mention, despite those challenges, when you have the challenges, you look at the brighter side.
Yeah.
If there is an industry where you need to have a stone heart, it's construction. You are dealing with people's properties.
Yeah.
The smallest house I've painted is, I don't know. I've never painted a small house in it. I've seen big houses. You would wonder, say,
was this built? Is it Zambia?
Sometimes you would even ask yourself, say, am I going to put this house to the standard that it is? Just by the structure, it will tell you what they need on the paint. And paint defines the beauty of the house.
Exactly.
They will not look at who drew the
not at all.
Immediately they see paint on it, they'll condemn and say, you know what I mean? So I make sure I put my passion in it, and by that I create a very good relationship with my client. So much that by the time I'm done painting this house, another one will be waiting, because recommendations will be flowing. So I've had challenges. And another thing that really have been, I don't know if I should mention it, but I've had people who would want to, they want to create an intimate relationship with you.
Yeah, that's another challenge for women. I mean,
you get it? Just because you're doing this, everyone feels they can be part of your life.
Yeah.
And
has that been a big problem for you?
Yeah, to me it's been a challenge in a way that Yeah, you would want to bring out a side of you strongly to say, I don't condone this. But again, you know, people who are like that, there are people who spread bad things about you.
Yeah.
Tomorrow he goes on his Facebook page and says, she didn't treat me right.
Yeah.
Just because you can't defend yourself
True.
to explain everything, there your name is destroyed.
Tarnished, yeah.
So I would try to dance along. Immediately I reach home, it ends there. I say, my friend, unfortunately I've been booked. The story dies in a way that no one would say, no, she didn't treat me well. So I've been having a challenge on how to really come out strongly to say, no, this is strictly business. It's not everyone who can have me.
True.
Regardless of what I'm doing, I'm not available for any man who feels they fit in me, they can take care of me, they can what. Yeah, that's it. So moving forward, I love what I'm doing, Mwangala, trust me.
I can see that. It's very, very visible. But before you talk about loving what you do, you're just talking about sometimes finding yourself in compromising situations. Let's talk about your love life. Earlier before the interview, you told me that, oh, Mwangala, I'm not good at relationships. What is that? What is the definition of being good in relationships?
There's been a saying, people say women who are independent, they find it hard to settle in marriage or what.
Is that the case for you?
I don't know if I could call myself already there, but of course I'm independent. I pay my own bills. What? How,
so you don't
how
need
else
a man.
How else can you define independent? And the challenge is, I'm a very ambitious person, very outgoing and very daring. I've passed through phases of life that have withdrawn fear from me.
Yeah.
I don't fear. If I target to earn something, I get it. I'm a go-getter. Okay. So, if I have this energy, I would need someone with the same energy. You get it? So, it's not necessarily that we become bossy, we become pompous, we become too much pride when you are independent. No, we're just looking for someone who's got the same energy.
Exactly.
The problem is that when you come to in my life, you want to show me that you are in charge. No, show me that you are in support.
Of what you're doing?
Yeah.
It's a partnership, right? Yeah.
So now, and I've had setbacks. They say, this man approaches me, they want to date me. Then I ask them, say, what do you do for a living? They feel say, oh, okay, so unless who is working, I'm not going to date a broke nigga in the name of love is not all about money. It's about money. Yeah, my rentals would need money. My house, if I were to build it, needs money.
Yeah.
My food would need money. So if you come to me with a story, say, money doesn't matter, to me it matters.
Yeah.
So,
because you've been through and you were there, and you see, you needed money.
I know it.
You ended up there because there was no money.
I know it.
Yeah.
So now,
so you make it very clear for these guys.
Exactly.
So guys out there, you cannot date Faith if you don't have the money. Is that what you're saying?
Don't crucify me. I need someone with the same energy.
Okay.
I'm a very, I don't want to state my weakness, but my hand is not a penguin's hand. You know what I mean? I believe in giving more than taking. And
Is that your principle?
Yeah, I do. And so, relationship-wise, I don't even want to last on that one because I have a challenge. And at the end of the day, I'll just decide to be on my own if everything goes worse. But in the industry where I am...
Roughly, talking about the industry you're in, how many houses would you say you have painted in the last 1 year?
I don't know, Cecilia, but my dad would be, if not 31 page.
31 houses?
Yeah, I think so.
In 1 year? Roughly, not I want to crucify you, roughly how much does it cost for one house?
It depends with the size, but the lowest
Let's
is
talk about
5,000.
the lowest. So 5,000 for the lowest, and the highest?
30?
30,000?
Yes.
So now this is somebody who almost committed suicide
Yes.
to making that kind of money that you're making.
Yeah. And you know, one thing about the industry that I'm in is how you sell yourself. Okay.
So you don't sell yourself cheap.
No. Hi, corner man.
Yes, I like it. Now, I know we don't have a lot of time. I wish we could go on and on and on. But if you were given a second chance to live, and if you're on your deathbed and you're given a second chance to live, what would you do differently?
I want to change the mindset of Zambians. Even not by second chance, by this chance I have. I want to change the mindset of Zambians, especially my generation that I'm living in. I want to change the mindset of Zambians in a way that our education system, starting with it tells us to go to school so that we work for someone. It gives us that impression. Okay. I went to a teaching school where I was taught how to teach, how to manage learners, but not how to start a school. You know. So I want to change the mindset of Zambians. Let us divert from. I want the society that I live in to divert from the mentality of believing in working for someone and be their own people. You know. Let me mention this. When I started, maybe I missed this part. When I started, I went out to Mwangala to call people that I knew. This one did a trade in electrical, this one did the ladies. Unfortunately, no one came on board. Because in Zambia, we have a mentality of wanting things that are already happening.
You don't want to start from
You don't want to start. You don't want to start from the scratch. You want things that are already happening. 6 months later, when they saw me in almost every newspaper trending on social media, they call back and say, "No, Faith, I want to work with you." I said no. Not because I felt I was high, they mean nothing, but the mentality did not sit well with me. I would have much respect if they started with me. Okay. So it was a solo thing all the way, not because I didn't want to involve anyone. But those I called, they couldn't come because they didn't see the future. They didn't understand my vision. They didn't know to say you can start from somewhere on your own. How would you let a company believe in you when you can't even believe in yourself?
In yourself, that's very...
Are you telling me to say, even the company that would do it, let me emphasize it now. I'll start with the construction company. If they were to hire me now, they wouldn't pay me less. They know what I make on my own. So if they want to hire me now, they will know to say definitely it's something higher than what I can earn on my own. Same with the relationship, I would go back a bit. If you find me now, I can afford on my own. What you offer when you come in should be better than what I can do on my own. Then it will make sense. You get it?
Faith, we're definitely having you back on the show because there's so much that you and I need to talk about. We've not exhausted everything.
I know, right?
And where all that is coming from, I know there's a lot.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for honoring your purpose in life.
Yeah.
And you're giving it to us as a gift. We are so gifted as a country to have you. We are so gifted, I think, globally to have you. And how I pray that women out there, especially that this is our month, we must honor our purpose, honor who we are, and give it out as a gift because the world is waiting for us. And what is your final message for the women? This is our month.
Yeah, this is our month, women. In every human being, there is an aspect of you that you are so good at.
Honor it.
Yes. There's something about you that you are good at. It should be knitting. It should be cleaning. You know, there are people who can clean. If it's clean, I come here. This is a very big, and outside I was telling Cecilia to say this is a huge thing. I come here. I'm good at cleaning. I'm good at putting things in order. I tell you to say, hire me as a cleaner. I'll be cleaning this place. I'm good at that. I'll be earning money at the end of the day. And I'm there. So whatever you are good at, embrace it. Because we have a lot of graduates out there, Mwangala. They are waiting for government to do something. And we get frustrated. In the recent past, there have been a number of youths committing suicide. I was a victim. Yeah. Why? Because we think if nobody calls us, we end.
That's the end of it. I want you to end it there on a very high note. It's been wonderful to have you on my show and hope to see you again.
Definitely.
We're definitely going to have you back because there's a lot that we need to talk
Oh, I
about.
know.
So there you have it, ladies. Faith Hachilala on Extraordinary People. She is one of the extraordinary women that we currently have in Zambia. This has been Mwangala Chakalashi Santos. Join me for another exciting episode. Happy Women's Month.